So I am back to do a quick update on how it's been going with the twins and the reading challenge. I usually do my updates on Wednesdays, but yesterday was a long day. I had an appointment, they had an appointment, and by the time I got back home, I was tired. I was out. So I want to start off by saying the challenge is not that hard, but it's hard when you are like when you have a lot going on. So on the days when I don't have much going on, it's pretty easy. I could break it up and read like 5 in the morning, another 5 before we go somewhere, 5 when we get to where we're going. I was breaking it up like that at first, but on the busy days, we were constantly go, 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 go. So with that being said, I didn't do too well, but I continued reading because of the way that I'm noticing how I may need to just roll my window up and turn my AC on. That's what I'm gonna do. So once I started to notice that they were actually excited about me reading, and sometimes they would do like they're not even paying attention, but every once in a while you'll see them when I get to a part that they like they look at me like they're waiting for me to say it, or when they get to a part where I'm supposed to say something but I'm like, I stop first, I'll pause to see if they notice that I'm about to say this key word. Then I started to notice that they would try to say it, or they would look at me like say it, like they want me to hurry up and say it. So with that being said, we did continue the 20 plus books a day challenge. We are on week 3. Week 3. We did really good. However, I did add on something. So I saw these in Walmart, just in case you're wondering. I saw these in Walmart, and I don't know if this is a good thing or not to try to start. But I would like for them to be able to identify different objects, even if it's them pointing to what I'm asking them to point to. So I want to start off by just going over the uh, flashcards. Now, with these flashcards, the reason why I like these, for those of you that know I love learning languages, they're in English and Spanish. English en español. English y español. So that's why I love these cards. They're big. The pictures are, the pictures are nice. And they're not too flimsy. They're a little flimsy, but they're not too flimsy. I am going to have to keep them in a safe place until I'm ready to take them out and go over them with them, because I do have a biter, so he will chew on something with this material. If it's like a cardboard type material or a little thinner than cardboard, he will try to chew on it. So with that being said, I will be keeping this out of his way. And I know last time I showed you guys 2 of the books that they really like, and this time I wanted to show you guys. Sorry y'all, I should have had all this ready. So I wanted to show you guys 3 other books that they really enjoy, just in case you guys want to look into it. So this is the first one, How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight? It seems like they really like this one, especially if I start off really quiet, like, let me see. How does a dinosaur say goodnight when Papa comes in to turn off the light? If I start off quiet, it's like they start looking to see what's next. And then some of the words I'll exaggerate. As he cried, whatever. So How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight is a good one. They love that one. They also love Bubbles Bubbles. Now this is a hand-me-down book, so it's old, it's a little beat up, but it does the job because they love it. Bubbles Bubbles on my nose, bubbles bubbles on my toes. So let me see. So they really love this one. And they also love the eyes and nose and fingers and toes book. So this one is another one where they love when I exaggerate. Well, they love when I exaggerate all of them, but it's just certain ones that it seems like it perks them up a little bit. So I wanted to show you guys that these three seem to be added to the other two that I showed you guys. The Penguins Say Please and I Can Say Move. So they seem to really like those two, and they seem to really like these three. So just to let you guys know, if you're looking into books to read to your toddlers, seems like those are some good ones. The index cards, I'm not gonna go over all of them at the same time. Like, I think I already tried to go over all of them, and it seemed like I lost their attention. So I think I'm gonna pick out like 10 cards, go over those, and then go over them in Spanish, and then that's it. I don't want them to get to the point where they're like, I don't want them to get to the point where they're over it. They no longer want to sit with me because they feel like every time they're sitting with me, I'm trying to get them to do something they don't want to do. So I'm trying to keep it quick, cute, and fun. Quick, cute, and fun, or whatever. And I try to get it in, and then let them do whatever they're gonna do. Let them play, let them run around, or whatever. And then for a few minutes, I'll sit them down and I'll read another few books. That's hard getting two to sit down there. If I just had one, that would be a little bit easier. But with twins, it's like you try to get both of them to sit down at the same time, and one may take off this way, one may start climbing on the table. It gets a little wild. But that's my little update on, oh, another update. They have finally finished their evaluation. They have finally finished their evaluation, and yes, they have been diagnosed with autism. It did not come as a big surprise to me. However, I am thinking like, again. So yeah, it's gonna be a journey, and we're gonna try to make their lives as comfortable and as fun and loving as possible. And we are starting off, I think, the right way by getting the help that we need. I'm trying to think of the right words I want to say, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes or anything, but I am going to do all that I can to help them navigate through this thing called life. I need help navigating through this thing called life. So my job as their mom is to just try to support them, love on them, and give them everything they need that I think will possibly help them, and to prepare them for whatever is to come. So that's what I'm gonna do. As far as the book challenge, I think I'm gonna do it one more week. That way I can give you guys a full, like, how it was for a full month of reading 20 plus books a day. It like I said, it gets a little hard sometimes when you're trying to read an exact amount. But say for instance, if I was just saying I was gonna make sure I read to them every day, that would be no big deal. I can easily read maybe 4 or 5 books to them a day. But trying to read that many books is kind of hard when you have other things you have to do. You have to, like yesterday, I had an appointment by a certain time, so the babies were actually still asleep when I left the house. I was like, I told their dad, I was like, it's time for me to go, I gotta go, and I didn't want to wake the boys. So yeah, on days like that it gets a little hard, but I'm going to keep it up because I feel like it's doing something to keep them engaged. It didn't do like a miracle or anything like that, but on week 4 I'll be able to give you guys a full update as to if saw any changes, be it in speech or be it in engagement or just an interest in books. Any type of change that I feel like is notable, I will make sure I let you guys know. So yeah, until next time, y'all know how I do it. Gracias por ver. Danke fürs Schauen. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.